love to. I really want to train my own models
Mm,
and
mm.
micro train. Like I guess, like say for example, this one
Well,
here,
I've
for
been asking
example.
for my own pet spot for quite some time, but
So
Boston Dynamics is not complying,
imagine,
which I'm a little bit cranky about. I might have to drop their shares for that.
imagine this, right? So
Mm,
say for example, the background image here, you know the prompt for it, right?
yeah,
So if I refine the prompt down, so it's easier set of words, shorter amount of words, but
yeah,
it's meant the same
yeah.
shit.
And
But
we've seen
but
how we can do that.
But what I
Like,
did
you know,
was I then had my own local model and I trained, for example, the word Ripperdoc. And I trained the word Ripperdoc. So when it read Ripperdoc, what it saw as
it had a
tagged
whole subset for that particular statement. Yeah,
what Ripperdoc
yeah, yeah,
meant that
true.
it learnt from. And so you could then populate the scene with like keywords effectively,
Mm.
which is sort of actual like look they're they're a
Locally based
multi-dimensional
knowledge bases.
they're a multi-dimensional
Yeah, which
key
is
to a
descriptors.
location,
Yeah.
descriptors into
Mm.
what I call Mindscape or like to the cube of all things,
Hmm.
the visual cube of all things, which I
Taps
describe some other
taps the
time,
cubes together.
special cube
Whoosh. Yeah.
that you just move to any point within the cube and all the things of that thing are at that point. And so instead of just making it trying to make an image of that, it has already assembled, just making a whole AI that's designed to make that picture,
Yeah.
just the picture, one picture. Like, and you just then make like a whole series of pictures after you've trained, which isn't a long time. Like you might spend a couple of days training it, and then you're told to output 100 pictures.
But
Like,
then you put your operators in like during upgrade or
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and then you've just got a whole series of like really, detailed ones with exactly the right whatever the stuff is.
Similar character, so it doesn't lose
Even
the
that, even similar characters, yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it
yeah,
literally
yeah.
thinks that a doctor is like,
Keeping
Ewan
coherency
McGregor,
across
whatever.
the images. That's right.
You can't think anything else. It's just like, oh, of course, doctors are Ewan McGregor,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
Nice one. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
And that'd be a good way of keeping key characters by creating the sub descriptor. You know what I mean? For
Yeah.
that
So that's
particular
the
character.
training for that.
Training is
For
the
that
sub
word
descriptor.
is that
Yeah,
is tag.
correct.
That tag is
Yeah.
this thing. Yeah. And if you thought about that, then what you could do, it's like, oh wow, okay, here's this. Like, okay, so what you do is you make a game engine,
Hmm.
but each keyword is an AI LLM, which you train on like a basic 3D model of the character, like well, not a basic, but like a fully detailed 3D model.
Mm.
Maybe one's been AI generated for some other thing, like an elf thing, whatever, whatever the character is, and then you just fully train
Cold water in there.
on that one on that. And so then when you type in, Glinderhorn, that character's always in there. And so then you can actually build a world of words that have all this kind of backstory, this like visual and contextual backstory that allow an AI to synthesize like each actual individual character. So instead of like, so the game engine is an LLM.
Mm.
And the script you put through the LLM generates the visuals that then the player sees. Yeah. And they're all like full background characters and everything like that. But the language of the program, as opposed to being like a bunch of polygons or all that shit, is literally words. And the words are just generating full 3D environments based on all of this context about what a fucking cup is and what a in the
Mm-hmm.
world and what a that
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
and what a
Going into
fireball
that
means
particular
and so
detail. That's right.
and so
Yeah.
then when Arian the mage casts
Mm.
fireball at the demon lord, it goes Arian,
Mm.
mage.
Sees the
Arian is a
image. No,
mage.
already knows the
Yeah,
image. Already
yeah.
has
Arian is a
the
mage.
specific
Those,
avatar
yeah.
connected to it. Yeah.
Concept of Arian and mage merged together.
Yeah.
Fireball gets made. Fireballs tend to come out of the right hand. They
Mm-hmm.
tend to be red. Demon
Yeah.
Lord.
Come from the plus
Yeah, the demon lords.
symbol.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're. And then you've got like background image, background scene, and then you're talking about an environment. So it's like in the lair,
Mm-hmm.
using the, covered in the mushrooms of the blag, So it's just
Yeah.
like you literally write scripts, like
Mm.
words and
Mm.
descriptions,
To
and
create the image.
whole
That's right.
worlds
Well,
and
isn't that
games.
what
Yeah.
humans do? Like that's what humans
I am
do,
described.
Simon.
I know, I know, I know.
We are a very descriptive creature,
With our words, we make
right?
the world.
Correct.
And this is like